This person is upsetting everyone just to be with you. Open this now, my beloved child. Stop. Take a breath. Something hidden is unfolding around you right now, and your soul already felt the nudge before your mind could catch up. You didn't arrive here by accident. This moment was arranged quietly, divinely, with intention written between the seconds. The universe is leaning in, and it's asking you to listen, because what is being revealed now was kept from you until your heart was ready. There is a truth moving behind the scenes, subtle but powerful. A truth that hasn't been spoken out loud because timing matters in the divine order. Someone in your energetic field has been walking a path of resistance, misunderstanding, and emotional weight, not because they are lost, but because they are being shaped. What looks like chaos from the outside is actually alignment in progress. And here is the message you were meant to hear: this person is upsetting everyone just to be with you. Open this now. Let that land gently. This is not about drama or force. This is about devotion that doesn't announce itself. About a soul willing to stand apart, even when it costs comfort, approval, or familiarity. The universe is showing you something hidden, an unseen loyalty, a silent choosing, a decision being made again and again in the quiet places. You may have felt the emotional pull, the confusion, the magnetic connection that refuses to fade. That wasn't imagination. That was resonance. The divine doesn't rush, but it never wastes time. If you're hearing this now, it's because the cycle is shifting. Old fears are dissolving. Misunderstandings are thinning out. What once felt blocked is beginning to breathe. The energy around you is rearranging itself so clarity can finally arrive without forcing, without pain. This connection is being protected, refined, and guided, not controlled, but honored. You are not being asked to chase. You are being asked to trust. To soften into the knowing that what is meant for you recognizes you without being called. Destiny doesn't shout, it whispers until you're quiet enough to hear it. And right now, the whisper is becoming clear. You are seen. You are chosen. You are not late, there is hope here. There is purpose here. There is a future forming in a way that respects your heart and your growth. Stay open. Stay present. Let the message continue to unfold, because what comes next brings understanding, peace, and a deeper sense of why this connection exists at all. If this resonated with your spirit, don't turn away yet. Watch this complete video to receive the full message meant for you. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel so this guidance can reach others who are waiting for their sign, just like you. Did you know there's a possible image of your real soulmate that you can look at right now? It might be someone you know or someone you haven't met yet. It's amazing how accurate these have been. You have to see the photo to see what I mean. Click the link in the description to get your soulmate sketch. Beloved, be still for a moment and listen, because I am speaking to you now. Not through noise, not through fear, not through force, but through the quiet place inside you that already knows my voice. You opened this not by accident. You were drawn here because something within you has been asking questions the world could not answer. I have seen the weight you carry when no one is watching. I have watched you smile when you were tired, give when you were empty, and stay silent when your heart wanted to speak. And now I speak. There is someone in your life who is walking a narrow path. You sense it. You feel the tension around their name, the pauses in conversations, the subtle resistance that rises whenever their presence is mentioned. This is not coincidence. This is not drama. This is not chaos. This is movement. This is alignment. This is a soul choosing love, truth, and purpose, even when it costs comfort. And yes, their choice has stirred emotions in others, not because love is wrong, but because it exposes what has been hidden. Do not rush to defend. Do not rush to explain. I see the full picture, even the parts you do not. I see the conversations that happened without you. I see the misunderstandings that grew because clarity was avoided. I see the fear in others who are not ready to release control, who are unsettled by change, who feel threatened when they are no longer the center. This is not your burden to carry. This is not your battle to fight. Be still. You may have wondered, why does it feel like choosing me costs them so much? Hear me clearly, anything rooted in truth will be tested. Anything aligned with purpose will be questioned. Anything blessed will be challenged before it is revealed. This is not punishment. This is preparation. Some people are not upset because of you. They are upset because your presence activates growth they were avoiding. Light does that. It does not shout, but it reveals. I know you have felt moments of guilt. As if you were responsible for the discomfort of others. Release that thought now. Love does not require permission from fear. Connection does not need approval from confusion. You were not placed in this moment to shrink yourself so others can remain comfortable. You were placed here to be authentic, to be present, to be real. And when you do that, some will celebrate, some will resist, and some will step away. This is the natural order of awakening. Listen closely. No one who is meant to walk with you will be lost because of truth. What falls away was never stable to begin with. What remains will be stronger, clearer, and more aligned than before. I am not removing things to punish you. I am refining what stays so it can hold the weight of what is coming next. You are being protected in ways you cannot yet see. Conversations you were not part of were redirected. Decisions that could have harmed you were delayed. Words meant to confuse you lost their power before they reached your ears. I am working in the unseen, rearranging outcomes, softening hearts, and placing boundaries where you were too tired to place them yourself. Trust this process, even when it feels uncomfortable. The person who chooses you is not doing so blindly. They are learning discernment. They are learning courage. They are learning that peace sometimes requires distance from noise. This does not mean they are against anyone. It means they are finally listening to what feels true. And that choice, when made with sincerity, has my hand upon it. You may notice moments of silence where there used to be constant explanation. You may feel space where there used to be obligation. Do not fill that space with worry. That space is intentional. That space is where clarity grows. That space is where strength is restored. I am teaching you both how to stand without apology and love without fear. I know your heart. I know you do not want conflict. I know you would rather carry discomfort than cause it. But hear me now. Peace that is built on self-denial is not peace, it is delay. True harmony comes when you honor your truth gently but firmly. You are allowed to choose what feels aligned. You are allowed to be happy without explaining it to everyone. You are allowed to be loved without earning it through sacrifice. There are lessons unfolding quietly. Some people are being shown where they rely too heavily on control. Others are being shown where they confuse familiarity with loyalty. And some are being invited, gently, to grow beyond old patterns. Not everyone will accept this invitation, and that is not your failure. Growth cannot be forced. It can only be chosen. I am asking you now to release the need to monitor reactions. Stop counting who approves and who does not. Stop reading into every silence. Stop bracing yourself for disappointment. What is meant for you will not require constant anxiety to sustain it. What is aligned will breathe, expand, and settle naturally. Even if the beginning feels uncertain, there is a deeper reason this connection matters. It is not only about companionship. It is about timing. It is about healing old narratives. It is about showing both of you that love does not have to be loud to be powerful, and it does not have to be perfect to be real. This bond is teaching patience, honesty, and emotional maturity. These lessons will echo far beyond this season. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not missing anything. Everything is unfolding exactly as it needs to, even when the path curves in ways you did not expect. I am not asking you to understand everything right now. I am asking you to trust me with what you cannot yet see. Stay grounded. Stay kind. Stay open. Do not harden your heart in response to tension. Softness is not weakness. Compassion is not surrender. You can be gentle and still have boundaries. You can be loving and still protect your peace. This balance is part of your growth. Remember this. What is real will remain when the noise fades. What is honest will stand when opinions shift. And what is meant for you will find you again and again, even if the road there is winding. I am closer than you think. I have not missed a single moment. Every tear, every quiet hope, every unspoken prayer, I have held them all. You are not walking alone, and this story is not finished. There is more unfolding, more clarity coming, more peace ahead. Stay present. Stay faithful to what feels true. And when doubt rises, return to this knowing, I am guiding this. I am protecting you. I am working through love, not fear. And what is forming now will make sense in time, even if today it feels unfinished, unresolved, still becoming, still unfolding in layers you cannot yet measure. Listen again, beloved, because I am not finished speaking to you. What you are experiencing now is not confusion, it is transition. Confusion scatters the mind, but transition stretches the soul. You are standing in the space between what was familiar and what is forming. And that space can feel lonely even when you are not alone. I know the nights when your thoughts circle back to the same questions. I know the moments when you wonder if choosing peace means disappointing people you once tried so hard to please. I know the quiet ache of wanting everyone to be okay while realizing that not everyone will be. This is not cruelty. This is clarity arriving. Some people around you are unsettled because your energy has changed. You no longer explain yourself the way you used to. You no longer seek validation with the same urgency. You no longer abandon your inner knowing just to keep harmony on the surface. That shift feels like distance to those who benefited from your silence. They may not have words for it, but they feel the difference, and discomfort often disguises itself as concern, judgment, or resistance. Do not absorb what does not belong to you. I am teaching you discernment, not isolation. There is a difference. Discernment allows you to remain loving without becoming entangled. It allows you to listen without surrendering your truth. It allows you to stand in compassion without standing in confusion. This is a skill your soul asked to learn long before this moment arrived, and now life is answering that request. The person choosing you is learning this lesson too. Their path is not easy, and it was never meant to be. Growth rarely announces itself with comfort. It arrives through friction, through decisions that feel heavy because they matter. They are not losing people, they are learning who truly sees them. And in that process, they are also learning how to choose from clarity instead of obligation. Do not rush them. Do not pull them. Do not test them. Trust the pace. What is real does not need to be forced forward. What is aligned will continue to move, even slowly, even quietly. Some of the strongest things grow underground before anyone notices. You may feel moments where everything seems suspended, as if the universe itself is holding its breath. That is not delay, it is calibration. I am aligning timing, intentions, and outcomes. I am making sure that when the next step happens, it is sustainable, not rushed. You have already lived through moments that taught you what happens when things move faster than wisdom. This time is different. There are conversations that will happen when hearts are softer. There are realizations that will come when defenses are lowered. There are truths that will land gently instead of sharply because patience prepared the ground. You do not need to announce anything prematurely. Let life speak in its own time. I see your empathy. I see how deeply you feel the emotional weather of others. This is a gift, but it requires boundaries to remain a gift instead of a burden. You are not responsible for regulating everyone else's feelings. You are not meant to be the bridge that keeps everyone connected at your own expense. Some people must walk their own emotional distance to understand what matters to them. Do not mistake their discomfort for your wrongdoing. I am asking you to remain rooted in who you are becoming, not who people expect you to remain. Growth will always feel like loss to those who are not growing with you. That does not make them wrong, and it does not make you disloyal. It simply means paths are adjusting. There is something sacred happening beneath the surface. Old patterns are breaking quietly. Generational habits of silence, people-pleasing, and emotional suppression are being challenged, not through rebellion, but through awareness. You are not fighting anyone. You are choosing differently. That alone is enough to shift entire dynamics. You may notice that some people become quieter around you. Others may become louder. Both are reactions to change. Silence can be reflection. Loudness can be fear. Neither requires your correction. Remain steady. Let your consistency speak louder than explanations ever could. I want you to understand this clearly. Love that asks you to betray yourself is not love, it is attachment. Connection that survives only when you stay small is not connection, it is control. I am not removing love from your life. I am refining it so it can breathe without conditions. The future you are walking toward requires emotional honesty. It requires courage to sit with discomfort without turning away. It requires trust, trust in me, trust in yourself, and trust in the unfolding. You are being prepared for a deeper peace, not a louder one. There will come a moment when things begin to make sense in a way that feels calm, not dramatic. No grand announcement. No sudden shift. Just a quiet realization that what once felt heavy now feels settled. That is how alignment often arrives, not with fireworks, but with relief. Until then, keep choosing gentleness over reaction. Keep choosing truth over performance. Keep choosing rest over overthinking. You do not need to stay hyper-aware of every emotional shift around you. You are allowed to live your life, to laugh, to enjoy moments without guilt, to be present without bracing for impact. I am not testing you, I am strengthening you. Every time you resist the urge to explain yourself unnecessarily, you grow. Every time you honor your intuition instead of dismissing it, you grow. Every time you allow others to feel what they feel without trying to fix it, you grow. This growth is subtle, but it is real. There are blessings forming that require this version of you. The one who can hold joy without fear of losing it, the one who can receive love without suspicion, the one who no longer confuses struggle with depth. You are becoming capable of sustaining what you once only hoped for. And yes, there will still be moments of uncertainty. That does not mean you are off track. It means you are human. Bring those moments to me. Do not hide them behind strength. Vulnerability is not weakness in my eyes, it is honesty, and honesty is always the doorway to clarity. Stay close to what feels peaceful, even if it feels unfamiliar. Familiarity is not always safety. Sometimes it is just repetition. Peace, however, carries a quiet steadiness that does not demand your energy to maintain it. Learn to recognize that feeling. It will guide you more accurately than fear ever could. I am rearranging things gently now. You may not see dramatic shifts yet, but pay attention to subtle changes, how you respond differently. How certain worries no longer hook you the same way, how your body relaxes faster than it used to. These are signs of alignment. These are signs of healing. You are not being asked to choose sides. You are being asked to choose integrity. Integrity will not always make everyone happy, but it will keep you whole. And wholeness matters more than approval. Remember this as you move forward. What is meant to stay will adapt with you. What refuses to adapt was never meant to define your future. Let go without resentment. Let space do its work. Let time reveal what words cannot. I am still here. I will remain here. I am not rushing this story, and neither should you. There is more to be revealed. More understanding to unfold, more peace to settle in places that once felt tense. Keep listening, not to the noise, but to the quiet assurance that keeps returning no matter how many times doubt tries to interrupt it, and as this message continues to move through you, as its meaning deepens with each rereading, know that I am not finished speaking, and now, beloved, I will bring this message to its resting place. Stay with me a little longer, because endings are not meant to feel abrupt. They are meant to feel complete. What you have been walking through is not random, and it is not a test of your worth. It is an initiation into discernment, maturity, and inner authority. You are learning how to stand in love without abandoning yourself. How to care without carrying what was never yours to hold. I want you to understand something deeply. Not every emotional reaction around you is a signal that you are doing something wrong. Often, it is a sign that something old is losing its influence. When patterns shift, those who were comfortable within them may feel unsettled. This is not because you are cruel or careless, but because growth disrupts familiarity. And familiarity, though comforting, is not always truthful. You are not here to maintain illusions. You are here to live in alignment. There will be moments when you are tempted to shrink back into old habits, explaining too much, apologizing unnecessarily, questioning your instincts. When those moments arise, pause. Breathe. Remember how far you have come. Remember how many times your intuition whispered before your mind caught up. You have learned more than you realize, and that wisdom is now part of you. Trust it. The connection you are experiencing is not meant to isolate you from the world, nor is it meant to consume you. It is meant to reflect something back to you, your capacity for presence, for patience, for emotional honesty. It is showing you what it feels like when love does not demand performance. That lesson will stay with you, regardless of how circumstances continue to unfold. I am guiding both of you toward clarity, not pressure. Toward truth, not urgency. What grows under pressure cracks. What grows with care strengthens. Let things develop at a pace that honors emotional integrity. Rushed outcomes often create delayed consequences. Wisdom knows when to wait. You may notice that your priorities are changing. Things that once felt urgent now feel optional. Things that once drained you now feel unnecessary. This is not loss, it is refinement. You are shedding what no longer aligns so you can carry what does. There is relief ahead, the kind that does not depend on external validation. Do not be afraid of stillness. Stillness is where clarity consolidates. It is where noise fades and truth remains. If life feels quieter right now, It is because I am creating space for understanding. Listen to what emerges when you are not reacting. That voice, the calm, steady one, that is where guidance lives. I know you sometimes wonder if you are being too patient, too understanding, too accommodating. Hear me clearly. Patience is powerful when it is chosen freely, not when it is fueled by fear of loss. Continue to choose patience from strength, not from self-erasure. You are allowed to have needs. You are allowed to express them with kindness and clarity. Balance is part of love. There is nothing wrong with wanting harmony. Just remember that harmony is not the absence of tension, it is the presence of honesty. When truth is honored, harmony eventually follows, even if there is adjustment along the way. I am softening outcomes you cannot yet see. I am opening conversations at the right time. I am closing doors that would have exhausted you in the long run. Trust that what is being removed is making room for something more sustainable, more aligned, more peaceful. You are not behind schedule. Life is not withholding anything from you. Timing is not a punishment, it is protection. Some things arrive only when you are ready to receive them without fear, without self-doubt, without losing yourself in the process. As you move forward, stay grounded in gratitude, not because everything is perfect, but because you are becoming more present. Gratitude anchors you in what is real instead of what is imagined. It keeps you from spiraling into futures that do not exist yet. If emotions rise, let them pass through you without judgment. Feelings are visitors, not commanders. You do not need to act on every wave to honor it. Sometimes the most powerful response is awareness. Remember, you are allowed to choose peace even when others choose tension. You are allowed to step back without stepping away from love. You are allowed to be happy without waiting for universal approval. Your life does not require consensus to be valid. What is meant for you will meet you in clarity, not confusion. It will feel steady, not chaotic. It will grow with you, not against you. Trust the signs that come with calm rather than intensity. Peace is not boring, it is secure. I am proud of how you are navigating this season. Not perfectly, but sincerely. Not fearlessly, but courageously. Growth does not require the absence of doubt, it requires the willingness to keep moving forward despite it. And now, as this message comes to a close, carry this truth with you. You are not here to convince anyone of your worth. You are not here to manage everyone's comfort. You are not here to shrink so others can remain unchanged. You are here to live honestly, love gently, and trust deeply. I am with you in the pauses. I am with you in the questions. I am with you in the becoming. Let what unfolds do so naturally. Let love breathe. Let time reveal what is true. And when you feel uncertain, return to stillness, because that is where my guidance is always waiting. Amen.